All right, guys. We've just seen two very epic PvPs. Series is tied 1-1 between KI Fire and VT Future. Map number 3 going to be Tal'Darim Altar. Here we go. This is, of course, the round of 16 in the Alienware Arena. These guys have played through 2 days of competition already, and there are 16 that remain. Future and Fire are 2 of them. And man, we just saw 2 excellent PvPs. I never thought I would ever say those words. But man, that last game was intense. Stargate versus Robo. Stargate is supposed to win. Stargate did, in fact, win. But boy, was it a nail-biter. And so here we have VT Future in the top right-hand position of Tal'Darim Altar. His opponent, of course, KI Fire. This was his map choice. And he feels like he's the better macro player, so he's picking the bigger macro map. We will see if, in fact, this is the case. Fire versus Future. So now both of these guys have a bit of a tendency to favor robo play. Of course, we did see a deviation from that by Future in the last game. In game number 1, both going basically one base robo, Future expanding first and dying to a timing push. Game number 2, Fire played the exact same robo opening, but could not deal with the Phoenixes from Future. And that just kind of put him so far behind that he was not able to really bounce back. He did show us some really cute DT play, knocking out the expansion of Future, but as soon as that happened, Future knocked out the expansion of his opponent with a Zealot a Charge Lot Archon push. And it was just a crazy fun, exciting game. I sure enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. This is, of course, the deciding match. The winner of this will move on to the round of 8. And I'm not sure who they'll be playing, but I'm sure it'll be freaking epic. So once again, both these guys using very, very similar openings. Single gas, single gate, making probes and pylons. This time, Future managing not to fall a probe behind. So hats off to you there, sir. Cybercore goes down for Fire, and he's got a couple seconds on his opponent with that. And we're just going to have to wait and see how this thing shapes up. Now, Tal'Darim Altar is an interesting map in that it has this whole dynamic of the push positions, right? If you're pushing from Fire's base to Future's base, you're going to come upon the back of his natural very, very quickly. And this can make 2-base Colossus pushes extraordinarily difficult to deal with because Colossi can just sit back here on the low ground, shell your mineral line, and there's not a whole lot that you can really do to contest that. So positionally, should we see a game that reaches that point, this might favor Fire. However, this is not a rampless. This is a rampless map, which makes 4-gate very viable here. And I know that Future is the type of guy that loves to go 4-gate when the situation calls for it. But what in the world are we seeing here? Okay, yep, there it is. 4 gateways down for Future. He's even going to let Fire scout it. He doesn't care. And in response, Fire is going to throw down 3 more gateways of his own. So we're going to see an offensive 4-gate against a defensive 4-gate. And Warp Gate's still only about halfway done for Future. So we're not going to see the aggression picking up just yet, but this is absolutely going to hinge on the control. This is I guess classic PvP. Look at Future throwing down this pylon in his natural. I'd be really interested to see if he just expands. That'd be crazy. There's a mind game for you. I can't imagine that being a good idea though when you force your opponent into a defensive 4-gate, because as soon as he realizes that something changed, he'll just come push. So we see a little bit of an engagement. Looks like it's shaping up here. Future does have the distinct unit advantage, but he's not going to chase. Only going to knock out the shields of Fire Zealot. And Fire, I take it back. He's not going to be defensive at all. He's going to take the forward position on the map, throwing down the proxy pylon. It looks like he wants to be the first to. He wants to be the hand that strikes first. Our stream hitting a little bit of a lag spike there. A lot of stalkers being warped in the base of Fire. Those are going to just walk up to reinforce. And look at this. Future knows the pylons here, and he's going to be able to pick it off. And, that's not a huge victory, but it is absolutely a victory because that's going to supply block his opponent. There will be no reinforcements from Fire for a little while, and he's having to panic and throw down a pylon kind of in haste, and this is going to give Future an opportunity to pull ahead. Look, he's got a 9 supply advantage. If he can force a fight to happen right here, he's absolutely going to be able to win it. The question is, can he find the army of his opponent? It doesn't look like he's going to. Instead, he's just going to position his own pylon. Whoa, now he sees it, and as soon as he does, Fire hits his warp in, so things are very, very even. On the units tab, we can see 8 Stalkers to 8 Stalkers, but Future does have a very large Zealot advantage. Fire managing to pick off a Stalker, though, and warp in 2 more, so it's 6 Zealots and 7 Stalkers against 1 Zealot and 9 Stalkers. And Fire going to be forced to kite. I feel like Future is getting the better of this engagement. He is going to kill a Stalker here, and he's also going to pick off another pylon. This is going to supply block Fire once again, and Future's got to be feeling worlds of confidence right now. He's going to warp in right here and continue to push the issue. And Fire's in a full retreat, guys. This could be it. 51 supply to 42. I can't see any way for Fire to hold here. Future pouring up the ramp with tons of units. Fire is running back to his base with as much haste as possible. He's got no sentries, no force field, and a huge unit advantage for Future. He's going to force the issue. Stalker's running out trying to get us around, but the army of Fire just evaporating under the superior numbers of VT Future. He pours into the main. Zealots are going to go down. Probes are going to be pulled. And with just a little bit of micro, that's going to be all she wrote. Excellent series out of these guys. Fire taking the first game with a great timing push, but Future taking games 2 and 3 with just superior control, superior decision making. Great games, great set. VT Future advances to the round of 8.